Next up here is this 20-2 OSHA Bold Move Destiny Viper barrel. These 20s and the 8s are full sibs. They grandmothered be a mate to Murphy's barrel that was reserved in NJSS a couple years ago. This is the more extended of the 20-liter barrels. I think we saw a litter mate here a little bit ago that was a real boxy stout one. This one's got just a little more elevation and stretch and size to him than some. Still that extra stout feature, still the shape up high, still got that squareness of hip. Never has been maybe the best attitude having hog, and I think you can see that here today. He's not one that just always wants to get his head up and go, but when this one does and gets trained and broke and everything comes together when this one rocks and rolls, I think the ceiling's pretty high on this one here. I think that extra feature, extra shape, feet and legs are still really good on that one. Hip sets where it needs to. Neat pig.
Yeah, stoutness of feature coupled with some immaturity yet, and that's certainly not a bad thing. Big skulled, big footed, stout armed, kind of a real big hind-legged kind of a barrel. Yet when you study him up high, he's still so good and so balanced, and yet you can still feed him, and he's not going to get away from you in any stretch of the imagination. I think a really good feeding kind of hog that's going to suit somebody really well.
Yeah. No, on these, like I mentioned, on these 20s, we've got some differences in terms of frame size and extension. This would be one that's got maybe a little more stretch and length of body and extension in him. See that one maybe, like we said, this is one that potentially does reach August, more based on his pedigree than anything. But I think you can also just rock and roll and feed on this one, and that's a tremendously good jackpot barrel that can roll into Expo or NJSS and look awfully good. So it'd be 20-2 OSHA Bold Move crossbred barrel.